Did you know you could become a gaming lawyer? If this idea fascinates you, watch this episode till the end. In this episode, we have Miss Rachna Shroff ma'am, the first person to speak about and teach gaming laws in India. Delve into a conversation where we talk about the future and opportunities of gaming law in India, her 14 years of experience as a corporate lawyer and an in-house counsel, the impact of art of living in her life, and life in general. She's one of the kindest and the most positive person I've ever come across, spreading positivity even on LinkedIn, which is considered to be a platform that gives anxiety attack to many. You can find the link to her LinkedIn on the description below. But before that, watch this episode till the end because I'm sure her positivity will reach you through this episode. Enjoy it and let us know in the comment below on how you like it. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, Rashmi. I'm very well. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm really good and I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so
Same
much for
here.
taking out time, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, let's begin with your venture. So,
Yeah.
please tell us about Laws with Rachna. How did you start this and how is it going?
Loss with Rachna was never planned, Rashmi. It just
Oh,
happened to me. And I think my life is something like that. Like law even happened to me. It is not something that I knew that I had to do law because my sister was into science. I also wanted to study science, but my parents said, "दो पागल की जरूरत नहीं है हमें घर में." So, as I moved on to taking arts, and then my teachers are seeing me studying hard and doing well, they told me ki, why don't you take up law? And I gave the exam for law and I cracked it, and I eventually became a lawyer. And Laws with Rachna was not planned, it happened. I knew somewhere over the period of years that I wanted to teach because I really enjoyed this space. And I still remember that very day when I just launched my course and people started pouring in, and there was not a very strategized course, on the deck,
mm,
but I had announced it, and then I understood that, oh, I put myself somewhere, you know and then it began. But yes, before that, I was teaching on a world's topmost edtech platforms as their guest lecturers and subject matter expert, being into gaming and technology. I think that gave me a lot more realization that I want to teach in laws with Rachna shaped up. That's it.
okay, that's wonderful. And so the mentoring sessions that you take is also under Laws with Rachna only.
Correct.
And the certificate courses and various other courses, especially on this gaming laws and technology laws.
Correct.
Okay, great, ma'am. Uh,
So you want me to
ma'am,
speak about it?
okay.
Do you
Yeah,
want
sure,
me
ma'am.
to speak about it? Just
Sure, sure.
that these gaming laws has been something which is not much known, uh,
Right,
and I have been the legal counsel for the gaming company, and I thought it is a good niche for the students to know because
right.
students don't get to know about most upcoming sectors until and unless somebody speaks about it. So. And when I worked in the gaming sector, I came to know, oh my God, it is so vast and it's growing. So let's speak about it. And that is how it happened. Yeah.
Great. In fact, I have never seen anyone on LinkedIn or in my college talking about gaming laws specifically. Technology
Right.
laws is a very vast term and we use it for even IPR, but gaming law is a very dedicated niche and no one other than you have really spoken about it,
Yes. And
I think.
I very humbly and proudly I take this chance to say that yes, I am one of the first persons to speak about and teach gaming laws. I hope so. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so happy because, ma'am, I don't know. This is only the first time that we are seeing each other, and uh,
Right.
we spoke on a call just for this session only. But I feel
Yeah.
so connected. I don't know how because just few conversations over LinkedIn, and I feel so
Correct.
connected. I don't know.
Absolutely. Wow.
Maybe this is your energy.
Maybe, uh, just the idea of being comfortable is this, that you don't feel uncomfortable. And I'm so happy to hear this. Yeah.
I also, while researching for this podcast, obviously, I went through your profile and I got to know that you have been connected, you have been associated with art of living.
Yes.
So then I thought maybe this is the impact of that as well, the
That's
positive
correct.
aura that you have.
Yeah. I totally give it to the art of living. I started off when I was a second year student of law, and I still very widely remember my sister had come doing an advanced level, and seeing her, I just told that, I want to do this program. And I did, and I think life really changed. I owe my every attitude to art of living. Had I not gotten into art of living, I don't think so I would have this personality or this mindset. I'm very, very indebted to art of living to be in my life. And it's more of having a mentor. It's more of like finding my guru, however you call it. Don't you need a mentor to progress in any aspect of your life? Similarly, to move in life, you need a mentor, a guru. So finding my guru, I'm just very blessed. And I think that is what's also reflecting on my LinkedIn journey, that through these values which I've got through art of living, I want to cater it to all the students whom I'm coming across. Yeah, it is about being compassionate. It is about hearing out somebody. It is about understanding their challenges, and it is about helping what you can do your best. Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
And it is evident in your LinkedIn profile and the way we connect, it is quite evident.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Ma'am, you mentor a lot of students. You speak to a lot of students and young legal professionals. So, what is that one question or one myth, confusion that many of us have, the majority
Hmm.
of us have?
Oh, there
So,
is not just one myth. There are many, Rashmi. Thank you for asking this question. First, I want to tell everybody who listens to this is that, law is a very wide subject, and you should not just see yourself limiting to jobs, or just being in a law firm, or just being a litigator. Yeah, it has too many things to be covered. You can see yourself from becoming a professor, consulting, freelancing, academia. I just said anything and everything, from a fellowship to branding and marketing in law, to legal designs, what not. Because of technology, actually the field of law has also expanded. And
right,
when I meet students and I mentor them, they just speak about two compartmentalized streams. One is either law houses, or the other is one is the law firms, or the other is litigation. So I really want
right,
to break this myth that it's very wide, and you guys are really blessed because you have technology, and it has brought something like law tech, law designs, branding and marketing of law firms. Means you can get into anything and everything which you are passionate about, and just go ahead. I want to tell everybody through your podcast that you got to break through the sheep or the herd mentality, and look for what you want to do while being in law. Yeah. And then plan your career map. I'm saying have plan A, B, and C. So if one doesn't work out, there is B. If B doesn't work out, there is C. Or sometimes maybe all three of them may be working out for you. So there is no harm making additional stream of incomes. But right now, the world is about you move according to what the world is looking for, upskill yourself to that demands, which is also your passion, and then move ahead. Yeah. So that is
right. So
one big myth. Yeah.
we need to see out of those two blocks of litigation and corporate, they are like the sky is wide and we need to look up to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, ma'am. And how do you see the future of gaming laws in India specifically?
Oh, I have been shrieking my lungs out for the last uh, 2 3 years that it's booming, and it's actually booming. Because even uh, while I teach my course, while I'm on LinkedIn, I've been saying that this industry has shown a lot of resilience. And me being there as the legal department head, I have seen it from all sides. I've seen it from a startup to turning into a unicorn. I've seen it all its challenges. And the resilience is so much, they're so well connected, the network is so strong that they've been only moving upward and onward. And if you look at any industry in the world, from an airport to a port to mechanical, chemicals, FMCG, pharma, edtech, there is not a single industry which does not face its challenges. Every
Right.
industry has its set of challenges, but what makes it stronger? What makes it stronger is when you face challenges and you keep moving on. Esport has been recognized as a multi-sport. It is moving towards having a World Cup in Dubai and Saudi Arabia soon this year. Gaming is moving up, even though the GST challenge came up. But the government has very recently said that it's again going to reconsider it, right? And the government has given it a central piece of legislation. It has recognized online gaming. But the problem is when people don't understand what is the difference between gaming and gambling, when they don't understand the difference between gaming and sports betting, when they don't understand the difference between gaming and lotteries and casinos. So in India, gaming is allowed. No, gambling is not allowed, right?
Right.
So you need to understand that, and that is why gaming is soaring, esports is soaring, and there are so many youth who are taking up esports as a career, right? The
Right.
biggest of games from PUBG to Fortnite to all those fire games, everything, all have shaped up. All why? Because India is the biggest community for them. So gaming has a very bright future. At least for
Oh.
next 10 years, it's very bright.
Ma'am, could you please elaborate on the specific task or the work that a gaming lawyer or someone who looks who wants to make a career in this particular sector will have to
Yeah,
perform?
absolutely. Again, please know gaming is a subset of technology law. So whatever you
Right.
do as a technology lawyer, you would have to do. You as an in-house counsel, as a technology lawyer or a gaming lawyer, you would be knowing all that of technology laws. I deal with cyber crimes, I deal with notices from the ED, I deal with compliances, be it privacy or be it all kind of certifications needed. All the if you're for a company, you will have to set up all the policies internally also. You will deal with all the contracts in a month. At times you will have to do also 200 contracts. Yes, and that's just one part. Okay. Then you are dealing with all the litigations. You're flying down across the country to deal with certain litigations, to hold the conferences, to get into the meetings, meet the best of lawyers. Yeah, you have to write legal opinions when you're going to the payment banks to get it certified on your website. You have to deal with all the policies, as I said, the website terms and conditions, to making their cookie policy to their privacy policy. Everything under the sky, to writing that FIR, to dealing with a posh complaint, uh, everything that you can think of will be done by a technology or a gaming lawyer.
Ma'am,
There's nothing
IPR
that is
must,
left.
really sorry to interrupt, ma'am.
No
IPR
problem.
must also be a very important part of this
Absolutely. So I dealt
because
with around six different websites for my company, different genres, and we did copyrights and trademarks for everyone. I've been dealing with a portfolio of 300 IPR. Right, IPR is the base for technology, and with AI coming up, I have been again saying this very loud that now IPR is not even the gold; it is much more valuable than gold. The government is
mm,
focusing on IPR, technology is focusing on IPR. The war between AI and copyright has enhanced the value of IPR. So if you are a technology lawyer, if you are a gaming lawyer, you be in any sector of technology, anything from gaming to edtech to pharma to any fintech, you have to create that IPR. When you create IPR for your companies, you are actually increasing their value. It is that
right.
intangible assessed. जैसे पहले हमारी मम्मी लोग अपने तिजोरी में सोना रखती थी ना, अभी कंपनीज अपने तिजोरी में अपने आईपीआर रखते हैं. It
पेटेंट्स
is
रखते
that
हैं एंड
valuable.
लोग समझने भी लगे हैं इसकी वैल्यू बिकॉज ऑफ शार्क टैंक बिकॉज anyone from technology department comes, and then the sharks would ask ki patent karaya ya nahi, apply kiya ya nahi. So
Correct.
people have come to really understand the importance of patent and trademark.
Correct, correct. I was recently actually lecturing for an engineering college in Mumbai on IPR. And then I really understood that, hey, IPR is no more limited to only lawyers. Even
Right.
engineers want to understand because it's the engineers who do all the patenting work. They innovate so much. So they were
Yes.
like, ma'am, please tell us how to go about our patents. Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
in IPR is really
And of
taking,
course, patent filing is not an easy process.
yes, it is not. It is a cumbersome. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, you have a long experience in corporate law as well. You have been in-house counsel and you have worked with corporate law firms as well. So, how would you define that journey?
It's the journey what makes me, and it's been a very learning, captivating journey, I should say. I've learned a lot, and I think I've become very strong. And I also feel that I've been very lucky also because uh, s- starting for companies from the scratch and building the entire legal department, I had to do a lot of work. But I'm grateful that because of that I learned so much, means so many kind of laws, so various industries, and it has given me the expertise which I'm just very grateful, and i'm uh, I'm just finding ways to share it all out because there's so much to share and have been exposed to so much in all these years is all that I'm been really grateful how to learn to meet challenges from networking to organizing to dealing with 100 things at the same day. It's been very
And while
fulfilling, very.
working, you also pursued MBA and being a gold medalist in that. So, how did you balance it with work? And, ma'am, like we who are right now studying, as we speak amongst the peer, we are like jaldi khatam ho 5 saal, because we are really waiting to just go and start working. 5 years feels long when your other friends from school who completed their 3 years of
Correct,
bachelor's, then 2 years of master's, now they've started working, and we are still
correct,
pursuing our graduation. So
correct.
how do you motivate yourself to keep learning and then enroll yourself for MBA? You also uh, got unconditional offer for LLM from top universities in UK. So how do
Correct.
you do that?
I think I enjoy learning. That is the reason, and that is also what makes me share so much of content on LinkedIn because, um, without understanding a concept or knowing about something, you cannot share content. It
Right.
cannot just come out because my content is a lot of experience. It is not just content out there. So it's about enjoying the process, and learning has been enjoying a lot of enjoyment to me. It's not been easy. It's been very tough. Uh, Even
Right.
I have felt like giving up at times, but then I believe that discipline and commitment takes you ahead. So I did my MBA when I took a break after 7 years of practice, and I said that no, I'm going to study further. And again, it was, I always believed in being a little unconventional. I didn't want to study at that point of time. I was not really looking forward to an LLM. I was really wanting that if I got to study, I got to study something different. So I said, let's do an MBA. And of course, I faced all the resistance in the world, from the peers, the society. Everybody was concerned. My parents were even worried. But yeah, I think I turned lucky. I turned out to be a gold medalist, and it became a deadly combination when you understand businesses and legal together as being the legal counsel for companies. Yeah, it's a very, very magical combination for them. So if you go and see the profiles of the topmost lawyers in India who are working as in-house counsels, they somewhere hold an MBA degree, and that adds a lot of value because you understand businesses. Otherwise,
Yes,
I'll
it
give
gives
you
you
an
an
example.
extra edge because you understand the business as well as law.
Exactly, you got my point. And so that's where it happened. I even didn't knew actually that this would help me in this way, but again, I strike the gold.
And how about an LLM? Because it's more than a decade you are in this field, you are doing well. Then what is motivating you to, continue the studies and learn even more?
Yeah, so I always wanted to be in London for some reason, and I thought there's no better way to, hold a degree from UK in my
Right,
Ireland. I wanted to study because uh, when you are in the profession for very long, you of course want to upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. I've been always upskilling, but it was an innate call that it's time for me to study further, and if may not now, but I know that in future I'm again going to study. That is for sure. Um, so that was my call that I got to pursue my studies. I got to upskill. I need to know cross-border transactions. What are the laws? What's happening out there? And I was very enthusiastic about it. And I'm very glad that I went through the whole process. That made me so confident that, I can do it all on my own. I didn't take any
right,
help from any agency or anybody, with due respect to all the work that they're doing,
right.
phenomenal work. But yes, writing my own SOP, creating my own CVs, preparing my IELTS for own, reaching out for my LORs, everything. When you do it on your own, it feels like that, as if the journey is already complete. And yeah, so I think I have lived my dream by just going through the process. And uh, yes, it has just made me a very, very confident person. Yeah.
Right. As they say, if you want to be relevant, you need to upskill yourself. And you are just doing that very aggressively and very dedicatedly, I feel.
And yeah, trying to keep my bit. It's not that I fall into my set timelines every day. I even fail my timelines. I even, don't, I'm not able to sleep on time times. At times, I'm not able to wake up on times. At times, I may not be able to deliver on time. But yes, coming back again and again and promising myself that I need to do this, I need to get through it. And when you are your own boss, you are your own motivator, you are your own inspiration. Yeah, and you have to keep getting through things every day. So
Right.
uh, I think that has put me in that mode where I know that you got to do it. You don't have an alternative, and you start enjoying the process. Yeah.
Right. Uh, but ma'am, how do you deal uh, when it's a bad day and you have something really
Oh,
important coming? How do you show up? That's my question, because it happens. You're having a really bad day, but you have something really important in the evening or maybe in the day. How do you show up?
so I think today is the day, and I think this podcast is the answer for it. That it was a tough day for me today, and uh, I I learned it because I went through a very personal crisis in my life. Nothing matters, What matters is the next moment. What matters is what you've committed to. What matters is your discipline. Because if you value your time, you will value others, and if you respect others' time, they will respect yours. So, life is not easy. It is just that uh, when you go through some hard times, they make you a better person. So that is how I have started being a more happy person, understanding that everything is temporary, and understanding that I got to build my happiness, and I got to carry this great energy with me all the time, so that what I want to do, I can do. So that's what making me realize more. So it makes me realize because I've understood that life is very fragile. you know
Right.
it's for a very short period of time, and all people that you're also connected to is for a very. तो गिला शिकवा छोड़ो, जो करना है वो करो. काम के समय पे काम करो, थोड़ा मजा मस्ती करो, थोड़ा रिलैक्स करो. बस हो गया. और कुछ लोगों की मदद कर दो. दैट्स लाइफ. सो आई थिंक अब ये कहीं ना कहीं ये बात अब बहुत अच्छे से मेरे में सेट हो गई है. तो द वर्ड शो अप एक्चुअली डजंट अप्लाई टू मी. Now for me, every other thing is just like, okay, this happened, let's move on. What's next? Okay, this happened, let's move. I don't have the time to cry and complain. I just know that I have to move from one to another and from another to third. That's it. Yeah. And it feels good that you're not wasting your time, you know तुम
Right.
जो भी है उसमें तुम कुछ कर रहे हो, तो बहुत अच्छा लगता
And this is really important in professional sphere as well, I think, because altercations are unavoidable
है।
when
Absolutely.
you're working in a big teams or for very important specific tasks. Altercations hote hain, but you cannot stop working. You need to
Absolutely.
move forward. You need to keep working.
Yes, in my day
You
to
have to
day
meet
life.
deadlines.
Yes, yes, this is exactly what I go through. I have to meet deadlines, you know. There are, you have to understand so many different mindsets. Some people are hard, some people are soft, some will understand, some will not understand. Yeah,
Right.
and of course, negotiations, altercations will happen. It's a part and parcel of life. You can't hold it. The moment actually we start attaching everything personally and we start thinking or attaching to it, you know, we find meanings to that word and we try to really get into it, then it starts becoming the problem. ठीक है, किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, वो उसका कचरा था, अब हम उसके कचरे को लेके बैठ जाते और हम रोने लगते कि ये कचरा है, ये कचरा है। अरे उसने फेंका, तुमने कैच नहीं किया, खत्म हुई ना बात। तुम क्यों कैच करके बैठे हो और रो रहे हो?
Right.
जाने दो, अगर पकड़ भी लिया तो उसको फेंको, आगे बढ़ो।
Right. I'm really grateful that I got connected with you on LinkedIn and we are having this chat over here. I'm really grateful, ma'am. Uh,
Thank you.
Also, I see you are also very active on LinkedIn. You keep on posting informations, a lot of things, and you also keep on commenting. Like you spread positivity through the LinkedIn,
Yeah.
which is a platform where people get anxiety attacks.
Yes.
So, how do you do that? And also, how important is it to be digitally active, especially in this era?
See, digital is the thing. We are not even saying that digital is tomorrow. Digital is now. It's happening.
It
So you
is
can't.
today, right?
Yeah, it is today. You have to be active. Otherwise, you're missing out, right? But of
Yes,
course, taking care of every other thing. If you need to cook, cook. If you need to sleep on time, you need to sleep. If you need to take your walks, you take your walks. Yeah. If you need to cater to your society, you cater to your society. Doing everything which is important in life and then putting your time into digital is sensible. Just being there all the time scrolling doesn't make sense. Sometimes
right.
giving 15-20 minutes, fine. You enjoy, have fun. That is something which is for your entertainment, not getting
No,
consumed by it.
ma'am,
Yeah.
actually, what I mean from digitally active is to have um to be active on LinkedIn, to put it
Yes.
out there, and also be updated of what's happening in the industry.
Yes. Yeah. So coming to what you said, it is important to be on LinkedIn and digitally active there because it is actually the real gold where you can find everything that you're looking for. From
Right,
you and me connecting to a podcast to me spreading that positivity or sharing news and gaming, IPR, contract drafting, to every field that I have catered to and sharing all my expertise out there. Where I'm doing it, I'm doing it on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Who is benefiting out of it? People who are there on LinkedIn, right?
Right,
So that is a very powerful networking place, and we should be there. Yeah, from finding a job to finding an internship to getting people to consult you to finding the leads that you're looking for, everything is possible on LinkedIn. And all my students who have come for career counseling or who have come for mentorship, they have all I have all shown them the way to through LinkedIn, and they have been gratefully successful in finding what they wanted to. It is all happening on LinkedIn. So
right,
LinkedIn, I recommend to every student, every lawyer, create your network. These days I get a lot of people who tell me, ma'am, I don't have a reference. How would I reach out to that person? Or even
hmm,
if I reach out, what would be my reference? Hey, what are you speaking about? It's not the outdated world of reference. You network on LinkedIn. You
right,
This is the only platform from where you can reach the HR of the biggest company to the CEO of the biggest company directly. You don't
right.
need to even find their email IDs. Yeah. And when you
LinkedIn
are
is
telling
no
me
more
about
a job hunting platform, just a job hunting platform. You can do
that,
so much more
absolutely. It's
just by
you
being on
can be
LinkedIn.
just, yes, just by being there, just like as you said, I will always remember this, that you can just spread positivity by being on LinkedIn. Motivate a few people. That may be the purpose of your life. Are you just going to eat, sleep, and die? Can you not just support a few people? How much does it take? Just
Right, ma'am.
4 words. Hey, keep it up, keep going. You're doing great work. When you see this, don't you feel good about it?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely.
yeah. And look
Matlab,
how small is world. That too, yesterday when we connected on LinkedIn, did we know that we would be here doing a podcast? That is why. This is the power of networking. This is the power of LinkedIn. This is the power of positivity. Yeah.
right. And also, when we like somebody, when we admire somebody, let us take an example of Bollywood actors. We want to know their thoughts, their actions.
Yeah.
हम उनको इंस्टाग्राम में फॉलो कर लेते, थोड़ा बहुत मिल जाता, बट जस्ट इमेजिन यू आर एक्चुअली लुकिंग अप टू समवन, जो कि इट्स नॉट इमेजिनरी और बहुत मतलब actually you want to work with them, you want to learn from them, and they are putting out all their insights on that platform,
Correct. Correct.
and you have an opportunity to have a one-on-one talk with them
Yes.
over
Yes.
LinkedIn. So it is actually a very powerful
Very,
platform, I
very.
feel.
Totally, totally, totally taken, Rashmi. That's what I believe in. Yeah.
Right. But ma'am, you also put a lot of content over there, so how do you manage your time?
Oh, it's that is
Because
challenging.
you
I
ask anyone, you talk to anyone, and everyone has this question ki time nahi milta. How do I do that? Time nahi, how to manage time?
I'm stretched, honestly. Um, I'm really stretched, but some things have been timelined well. Some things need to be timeline. I'm also growing and I'm also learning it, while making my set of mistakes. But I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I have learned a lot in this process. And I would just say that I'm learning. Time is a crisis. There are challenges, but yeah, when I say I've learned, I've started actually taking a little more care of myself. Uh, Taking a back seat when I need to, and not getting restless if I need to take that back seat, allowing it to sink in, and then roll on again. There are days when I'm not able to put out content, because your content cannot be just A, B, C, D. Yeah, it has to be from A to Z. Uh, so I hold on, I wait, I let my energy actually come into that shape, that the ideas prop up. I can strategize again, I can think again, and then I put it out. There are days when I'm not able to do it, but now I'm not scared of those days. I have learned it with time, and I allow that time to come. I do my, daily practices. I do my satsangs. I meet my friends over chai. I go for my shopping. I do everything. And then I also do my work. So earlier, all this used to frighten me, how I'm going to manage it. But today, I think I can say I'm proud of myself that I'm handling a lot of things.
That's so inspiring. Ma'am, apart from joining LinkedIn, what other advice would you give to law students?
My first advice to law students: LinkedIn is just another network and just, a very good net place where you should be. But
Yes.
there are two, three advice that I want to give to everybody, and
Mm.
especially as law students. One is that please make friends and socialize. Yeah. After COVID, everybody has been impacted, and the number of students that I meet, spanning from a first year to people who've been in the profession for 10 years, when they come to me, the same thing I realize that we have forgotten to socialize. We've forgotten to prioritize our happiness, which is almost coming from a lot of socializing, spending time with your parents, spending time with your friends, or just spending time with yourself, looking at a sunset, reading a book, or going out and, talking to that long lost friend. We are not doing this. We need to.
We have forgotten that we humans are a social animal and we need that. Right.
Totally. It's very, because that is the reason you're called human beings. social animal. You need your society, you need your people, you need to share your
Right.
heart and mind. Yeah, those conversations are not being seen anymore. When I go and I'm traveling, I see everybody is hooked on the phone. Nobody, forget about talking to your person next to you. People are not even looking at the side they are crossing. They're not even looking at the roads, the shop, the trees. Yeah, this is missing. So I just want to say, every person that at your age, do the things that you need to. You will become successful. You will learn all the law that you need to. आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. That is bread butter. वो आप कर ही लोगे. पढ़ाई भी करो, सोशलाइज भी करो, ट्रैक्स पे जाओ, दोस्त बनाओ, वॉलंटियरिंग वर्क करो. ये समय है जब आप वॉलंटियर करो. माय प्रोफाइल, if you think I am a good person, if you feel I'm a positive person, if you think I am doing well in my life, so I owe it to Art of Living and to all the volunteering that I have done. For last 17 years, I have been volunteering. Of course, I've been on my job. I have studied my MBA. I'm running my Laws with Rachna as a founder, but my volunteering has not stopped.
Right.
या वॉलेंटियर, जब आप अपने से आगे जाके करते हो समाज के लिए, किसी इंसान के लिए, तो वो आपके स्वभाव में निखार लाता है, आपके पर्सनालिटी को ग्रो करता है, एक आपको विस्तृत माइंडसेट देता है. तो अभी नहीं करोगे तो कब करोगे? और वॉलेंटियर करने के लिए तो पैसे खर्च नहीं करने पड़ते. आप कैसे भी कर सकते हो, शब्दों से करो, किसी को मोटिवेट करो, या मेंटली, फिजिकली, इमोशनली, फाइनेंशियली आप जैसे कर सकते हो वैसे करो. वॉलंटियर, socialize, yeah, play a sport, do some yoga, run in the evening, go for a jog. This is what I want to convey. Career, I know you guys will make it, and there are many advices on career, so that here I have no career advice. I want everybody to be happy. Yeah, be happy from the core. छोटी छोटी बातों को छोड़ो, जाओ, talk to that long lost friend, spend time with your parents. ये याद रखो, कोई भी इंसान परमानेंट नहीं है. हम भी चले जाएंगे और जो हमारे आसपास है वो भी चले जाएंगे. So make the most of it, because life is very beautiful.
Very true, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I think we need this. We actually needed this.
Yes.
Okay. That's it, ma'am. What if there's something you want to add on?
Yeah, since I hope the people who would be listening to this would like to, if they would like to know, if they need any help from my side, they can connect to me on LinkedIn. I'm there. Instagram, I'm there. Yeah. Or they can reach out to your channel and find me out also. And
Definitely. We'll be putting your LinkedIn
sure.
that in
Thank
the
you.
description box for people
Yeah.
to find you on LinkedIn and get the motivation to be actually on LinkedIn, because kya hai na, LinkedIn is perceived to be a very gloomy place where people just put up their achievements, and someone who is not doing enough, or who is doing, but when they see LinkedIn they feel that they're not doing enough. So
Correct.
they need to connect with you and people like you to actually
Thank
feel motivated when they open the
Yes.
LinkedIn.
Yes, absolutely. I believe that, and maybe, I can do something around people, LinkedIn, to people to get more aware. But yeah, at this moment, I just want to tell you that please know, you guys are not alone. Yeah. Uh, Feel free to reach out if you want to speak to me, and just take care of yourselves, take care of your physical health, take care of your mental health, and then you will do good with your books. You will formulate a career. Don't be scared to choose the less trodden path. It's absolutely okay if you want to follow your passion. uh, uh, do that what you want to do, and be nice to people. That's it.
Right. Thank you so much for joining in, ma'am. And it
Bye.
was such a nice conversation. I'm so filled. My heart is so filled.
Same here.
I'm really grateful.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining in, ma'am. It was
Thanks.
lovely talking to you.
Same here, Rashmi. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the launch.